Yo, what up, man? I'm Mike Miller.
This is Paul Stewart.
This is our Kickstarter video.
Please help support us as we manufacture Michael's beautiful artwork into a coffee table art style book.
The history of West Coast hip hop and pictures, Michael Miller Photography. It's an amazing collection of just the most important figures in West Coast hip hop. It's NWA, Snoop, Too Short, Tupac, Cypress Hill, House of Pain, DJ Quick, King T, Funk Dubious, Ice Cube with a Jerry curl. I mean, you know, Dr. Dre. I mean, the history of West Coast hip hop was all right here in his photographs.
Doing these photographs, it was a real special time because I was in the studio when Dre was doing The Chronic. I was in the studio when Cypress did their whole album. Paul's a guy that I worked with on numerous covers.
I managed artists like Warren G and House of Pain and Coolio and The Far Side and had a label deal with Def Jam and opened up their West Coast office, and Mike shot everything. I think the reason that Michael stood out was he was the only photographer at that time when the hip hop explosion was happening on the West Coast that was a creative, artistic person in the way they approached photography, and then was a hip hop head and could hang out with everybody. There's some juicy stories from Mike about hanging out with guys like Tupac and Snoop and Cube. These are stories that no one's ever told or ever heard before. They were stuck in Mike's brain.
Probably 90% of the images nobody's seen before. My first job was for Vogue, and then I moved to starting to shoot music. And I started shooting like Stan Getz and Herb Alpert and Hart and Leonard Skinner, Ted Nugent, all these rock and roll dudes. When I first met Muggs, he brought me to his apartment where I first met you, Paul. And he was living with DJ Aladdin. We clicked right away, and we hung out for the next couple years after that first day.
The labels would show him 4 books and they go, I want Mike, we know him. His style has made such an impact on people, but they don't know his name, they didn't know he did it. These are Mike's images. Beautiful pictures of Los Angeles, Compton, Long Beach, Watts, the Bay Area. This book is an investment. You can hear the unfiltered, real stories from the man himself that was there in the studio on the photo shoots, you know, and you can see the pictures. All right, well, we want you to buy the book. Over the Edge Books, Mike Miller Photography.
We appreciate any support you can give us towards manufacturing Michael's first photography book.
What's up? Booyah.